stream for this carpet because I've got about 7 rows left, and I'll finish off and I'll make the video on finishing the carpet. But so far I've got a couple of days to work on it. My allergy is gone. Everything is my main allergens have finished blooming, and I can spend some time with the carpet. I hope I found the setup to place the proper, it's not actually proper rug, proper loom, but still better than the rigid header loom. I have a friend of mine, he's a carpenter, and he made me 2 looms, one for the 60 centimeters, which is about the same size as the rigid header loom, and the other one is about a meter and a half. Well, definitely meter and a half won't fit in my greenhouse, because that would be the half of the greenhouse occupied by the loom. But I hope I can get the small one fitted in here. I have to do some more measurements, and as soon as I finish this one, I'll try to place the normal loom, and I'll warp it properly, because I don't like the tension that this rigid header loom can supply. It doesn't give this tension, because in a normal carpet, when you note, if you hear this, it's kind of flat and flabby, and in the proper carpet weaving, this the strings themselves, they should sink. So when I get everything done and set up, I will show you that. And so when you weave, it's kind of gives you the rhyme, and you want to sing, not just like the fart noise that it makes. And it's easier to make knots, because right now I have to not tie the knot and pull it really hard and fix it with my nail, push it down, and when the tension is right, it just goes automatically. It just slides in easily and goes into its own place. As you can see, I just, and so this is the last, the one row before I finish the one more row before I finish this edge, as we call the water edge, Sugoshan, that's what it's called in Azeria, and the place where water meets. So this is the row that I'm making is this, actually this one. They just plain, without any space interactions here, and after that, that will be just a plain weave with the same color. So it'll be white, then it will be dark blue, light blue, dark blue, red, and then finish. It's been 4 years since I was doing this rock, so I'm kind of pretty fed up with it, and I just can't wait to finish it, to start to weave normal. I got lots of yarn stashed for the wraps and shawls, and so I really want to finish it really fast and start weaving something very simple. And also, just like, you know, having something on the loom doesn't let me start doing something on the Inkle loom, because anyway, I have to finish first. If I start with the Inkle again, I might just drop it for another half a year. So I just want to finish this, and then we will continue with others. I definitely will have the loom ready. I might just need to move this rigid head and the whole setup that I have into the house. If my husband wouldn't start shouting that I occupied everything in the house with my weaving and my plants. And as I always tell him, just we need to buy the neighbor's land and build a house just for my plants and for my looms. And he's not really happy about that. Okay, so I've done the edges, and so right here I'll just switch the heddles up. I will do the warp. Internet connectivity here is really bad these days. As it's summertime started and everybody is moving into the countryside, so everybody is using internet and the quality has dropped down really badly. So I just make sure that no missing spots. I get the beater. And heddles down. That's the most exciting moment, when you're about to finish something and then just cut it off, and the sounds of scissors just cutting through. Ooh. Can't wait for that. Probably will do that tomorrow, because there will be, or maybe day after tomorrow, because apart from these 5 rows, well, 6 rows that I have to make now, there's still another 2 centimeters of the plain width and sumac stitches, 2 rows of sumac, and about 2 centimeters of the plain weave to finish this, to get a nice edge. And there will be some tying knots, because we don't do the hem stitch in the carpet. I just tie the knots really tight to the with the warp. Shape the knots like 2-3 pairs at the same time you make the knot. And then it will be washed. Obviously it's not going to be washed as a big rug, but it will be with a bit soft scrubber to get rid of this fluff, as you can see. So it should be removed, and then it can be air dried in the shade under the wind. There was lots of wind and the weather is hot, so the carpet will be dry within 2 days, and then it can be placed on the wall. I would probably use, where's my pickup stitch? Pickup stick. I'm using this round one, so I'll tie it to the top, add the knots and hang it on the wall like this. So this is just the kids' bed that we took it apart, and I used some parts for the, if you've seen it in the first videos on how to make the carpet rack out of the rigid head loom video. I made the set of warping pegs out of it, and I've got some of these sticks left, so I use them as a hanger for my clothes, for my carpets, and it's nice to have one. So I'll probably have to look for the very old second-hand kids bed to take it apart, because we don't have these sticks available for sale. I was really hoping to make the warping board myself, because buying it in the States and bringing it to my country and paying VAT is a bit too expensive. But probably that's what I'll have to do, because it's hard to find it, and the wood shops don't really understand what I'm trying to show. Even I show the videos how to make it, they don't take care, they don't risk. As I say, if we make it and you don't like it, you're not going to pay for us and we'll waste the material. So as I always say, if you want something done, do it yourself. So that's what I'll probably do. I'll learn the carpenting and make the warping board myself. It's really funny. You know, people make the carpet looms, but they're afraid of making the warping board. The carpet loom is more complicating than the warping board, but still hard to find. Okay, so pattern. So what I have now is the this part, this bit, and I have the 2 knots, 1 space, and then a straight line. So starting with the yellow, just to remind myself that this is how it should be done. I'll do the 2 knots here, 1 space, and for the leg, as you can see, the tension is not right, and I hate it, because the last thing you want to do is to mess with the tension here. And there's 1, 2, 3. Hi. So was that chat? Oh, you're welcome. Glad that you found my videos useful. As you can see, everybody's finishing it, but I'm kind of delaying because I have lots of things to do, especially in springtime, because I have lots of hippeastrum bulbs arriving, and all require, they all require planting and taking care of them. So it was kind of really busy these 2 months, and I got absolutely no space to sit. I got hippeastrums everywhere around me. I got one everywhere. It's nice to have nice weather outside. Some of it went outside, but still, as I laugh to husband, that I say that very soon I will be moving in the greenhouse just like the ape, because there is no space, so I'll have to use the ceiling to hold on to while I move around. There's the pots everywhere. And right, and this is it. That's 3 here. So this is the last row where I use pattern. The rest of the rows will be just a plain width like this. So just like I started, this is the reverse process. So with every row there will be less and less yarn, different colors of yarn used, and just can't wait for this. Right, and as you can see, I'm doing this color by color. It's like in the cross stitch. You start with one color in row, and you finish it. Rudy went silent. Must have been found. Our neighbor is doing barbecue, so he's carefully watching and sniffing. So he's sitting just outside on around their fence, sniffing. So done this part. The pink one is almost over. Now, almost finished. Of course, this part doesn't match because the pattern itself designed for the so that these snakes are meeting here. But I thought I would make it just go around